Someone asked me last week, how do I know when a trend has changed? And my answer was simple: market structure, of course, with top-down analysis, of course, looking at the overall flow of the market from the higher time frame perspective. All right, but you need market structure to determine if a trend has changed. This prevents you from buying in a selling market and selling in a buying market. So this reduces your risk and, of course, maximizes your what profit potential. But there is a catch. Let's say price has approached a key level, and of course, when prices approach a key level, we expect a bounce. All right, and price has reacted to that key level. All right, I don't just go ahead and buy. I want commitments, I want confirmations in the market. That is how I trade the forex market. And of course, you've already seen how I trade. You could tell, the numbers don't lie. You can tell that I'm highly profitable. This is not to show off. Anyways, I'm showing off a little bit, but let me show you what I'm talking about. There's a secret, a simple way I do it using market structure. As you already know, this is almost like an anthem on this channel. When you're in a downtrend, you already know that you will make consistent what lower lows and lower highs. In a bearish trend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, breaking below this low, then a pullback and creating a new lower low, breaking above this, below this previous market structure here. Then let's say here is our key level. All right, I can't go into details now on how to plot key level, but maybe you probably have identified a key level along the way. Now, as expected, price has pushed or has bounced off that key level. All right, now this is how I determine my change in trend. That's what I'm about to show you now. I want price to come and close above the what previous level here, right? Which means creating a new what higher high. As you can see, if this happens, this is a new higher high. Why is it a new higher high? Because price has broken below the previous high here. All right, and in that when this happens, I'll be expecting for price to come into this level and do what bounce off. All right, and also give me a new what higher high closing above this zone here. When this happens, at this point, I've established that we have the trend of the market has changed. Now, I like to call this in a simple way the 1 2 3 formation, which is this 1 2 and 3. All right, and there's another catch to it. I do this only on the what daily time frame. Yeah, I know you might be asking, but why you won't get to maybe see enough trading opportunities if you trade this way? Guys, this is not the only pair you trade, right? I know some people trade only one pair, but man, the patience is worth it. It takes no time. Maybe within 3 weeks, these things play out. If actually the trend is willing to change. Remember, I'm talking about how I identify change in trend. All right. Now, this is in a bearish scenario turning into bullish. Let me show you a bullish scenario turning into a bearish scenario. Let's say there's a key level here, and price has been coming from here in a bullish, typical bullish fashion, creating new higher highs and new higher lows in that manner. Then we'll get into this key level here, right? Now, for me to determine if we've changed from a bullish trend to a bearish trend, I want price to come and break below this level and give me a pullback into that level again, and also bounce off and create a new lower low. When I see this, then I've established that we have changed trend. Now I start looking for trading opportunities. So it keeps my losses low, very low, and keep my profit margin very wide. All right, this is part of the secret why you see me more profitable in all of my trades. Simple, right? But there's a catch. I didn't know if I've mentioned it earlier, but let me mention it again. There's no harm in mentioning it again. I do this on a daily time frame. I determine if a trend has changed on a daily time frame. Now, I'm not saying this is the only successful way, but I'm saying what works for me. All right, so if I have to wait for 3 weeks for this to play out so that I will have 3 months, 4 months, 5 months of winning trades, why not? I don't want to blow all my accounts when I'm not sure what is happening in the market. So patience is key in the forex market. But that being said, let's quickly dive into what we'll be looking at next week. Yes, I know I was talking about a change in trend and all of that. All right, but as it stands now, the USD is still trending. So what do? You trade in the direction of the USD. But guys, lest I forget, there's something I want to tell you guys. Stay to the end of this video. I promise to share a winning strategy that I use on one of my accounts that has made me lots and lots of profit over a long period of time. So you might want to stay to the end of this video to really do what? Benefit from that piece of information I have for you guys. Is really going to help you or add to what you already know. All right. And before we also continue, do us one solid and do us smash the subscribe button. You know you want to do that, guys. This is a little way of encouraging me, guys. Okay, I come out and pour my heart and soul out to you. The least you can do, guys, is just to do smash that subscribe button, okay, and give me a thumbs up after this video, and also leave us a comment. All right, it's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. I need it, guys, and I know you are benefiting from me also, so let's help each other out there. Anyways, enough of the talking. Typically I trade the US dollars. I trade mostly the USD pairs. All right, so it's only normal for me to start my analysis from the word US dollar index, because this US dollar index measures the strength or the weakness of the US dollar. Now the US dollar is still trending, so what we need to be doing is to only look forward trading opportunities in favor of the word US dollar. Now, however, the US dollar, let me pinpoint on, we are trading in a very delicate areas now in the USD peso. I want you to be careful. A trend reversal can happen anytime. All right, but I still feel like we have one for that push, and I will show you what I'm talking about in a bit. Now this is the monthly time frame. I plotted this resistance here. I will show you on the lower time frame why this resistance is here. Sorry, last 2 weeks we closed with a hammer candlestick pattern. Last week we also had some solid bullish momentum, so I'm expecting price to come into this zone. But let's go to the daily time frame. Let's see what we have on the daily time frame. On Friday we close with a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern, as you can see here. All right, so if dollar is to fall, I'm actually hoping that dollar will come into this zone, or I actually believe dollar is going to come into this zone to give us something like a double top pattern, all right, before we're dropping down, or probably we can break above and keep pushing up above. But first of all, I want to see price come into this level. So last week Friday we closed with a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see immediate price action. So as you can see, you see this giant 4-hour candlestick that closed here. Ever since after this particular candlestick from this bullish engulfing candlestick here, price has pretty much been moving sideways. Then there was a major drop, and now we are back up into that zone for the first time with a statement candlestick. All right, so I am actually expecting price to do a push into this zone. All right, we are yet to break any structure around here. Why are we yet to break any structure around here? Now let me pinpoint something to you. Remember, in an uptrend we make higher highs and higher lows, right, continuously. All right, now breaking above new levels of structure as we do that. All right, this one broke above this, and this one has broken above this. Now in a pullback, remember I always say we will expect a pullback here and bounce off, right? But not in all cases. Sometimes price wants to come back to this previous level here, right, before bouncing off. Now, have we created a new lower low? If you ask me, obviously we've not. All right, if we had closed below here, right, that is when we have created a new lower low if we look left. But for the fact that we came here, we failed to break this low, we are still in an uptrend, and that is what I can see here on the dollar index. We are yet to create a new lower low, because all the way from the bottom, all we've created are new higher highs and higher low. This is a higher low if you compare to this. Then we went up. This is a new higher low. Yes, and now I'll be expecting price to come here before pushing down or breaking above. So that being said, let's quickly go look at the US dollar pairs and look for trading opportunities, shall we? So first off, let's start with gold. In fact, since we started this channel, I've been calling gold short, and we've done nothing but that. If you look at these candlesticks, we have how many months of bearish price action? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, these are 7th month of impulsive downtrend. All right, now let's go to this is the monthly time frame outlook. On the monthly time frame, we failed to create a new higher high. So at the moment, all I spot here is a double top on the monthly time frame. And you know, chart patterns like double top, head and shoulders pattern on the higher time frame is always a big deal, right? So let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's get a closer look. Remember, we're using top down analysis to do what? Look for trading opportunities. As a matter of fact, high probability trade setups for next week. Now this is the double top pattern that we spotted on the monthly time frame. But however, you can see that price broke above. We had a retest here. Price came back into that zone, bounced off, came back again, bounced off, came back again, bounced off, and now we've broken below and retested. And last week we got something, I consider this a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. So to me, this is a what? Typical break and retest strategy. All right, and also we are in a downtrend. Let me bring out my tool as usual. All right, as you can see here, we went back into this zone, retested this zone, bounced off it, came back into that zone, as you can see, then created a new lower low, right? I'm sorry, created a new lower low here, then went back to retest this broken zone, and now we are back at that place. I'm sorry if it looks let me try to clear it up so that I can do it again. Now as you can see, we came to this zone, we pull back, then what happened? We broke below it here, right? We broke below this chart pattern and we've gone back into that level, and now we have bounced off, closing last week with a bearish engulfing candlestick. So of course I'm expecting price for the gold to continue falling, but let me skip the daily time frame and just go straight to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, I expect price to break below here and keep what? Pushing all the way to the downside to at least $1,554 per ounce on the gold bed. As usual, we don't want to we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So our initial profit target level, our initial target level should be here. All right, and if we break below here, we'll wait for some kind of a retest to do or keep pushing price downward. If we break below here, all right, look for a retest, then we push price downward to this zone. All right, so for gold, I'm bearish. On USD card, we have been ranging. This is the monthly time frame. We have been ranging, and there was some kind of a price level around here, okay, and now we've broken above that zone. Price rejected here before, now we've broken above that zone. So I will expect price to do what? Come into this level before we consider doing anything else. All right, let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's get a closer look. So on the weekly time frame, you can spot the buying pressure with which we closed last week with. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame, sorry, the daily time frame. Last Friday we closed with an engulfing candlestick pattern because the bulk of the price action on this red candle happened around this body here, and now we have a big what? Bullish candlestick engulfing this body here. So I would like to see price push into this zone, just like I've stated earlier from the weekly and monthly time frame. Now here we are. All right, we had a price has been bouncing off this trend line from here to here. Remember, you need 2 touches to plot a trend line, right? So after getting these 2 touches, we plotted our trend line, and price came to create a 3rd touch. All right, so going forward, I'll expect price to come here. I might see a bounce back into this trend line before we push upward. Okay, we can either go up from here straight up, or we'll get something like this to this zone, then it bounce back into the trend line before pushing all the way to the upside. So on USD card, I'm bullish. Let's go and see Gbpusd, which is the cable. So last week on the cable, I broke down this chart. To me, all I see here is price coming into this zone, which happens to be a strong zone looking left. So price came into it, bounced off, then went back into this broken zone here. Why do I call this a broken zone? Because price bounced off this zone before. All right, if you look here, price reacted to the zone previously and pushed price higher. So price broke down below it and has gone back to do or retest the zone. So now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I'm going to skip the weekly and the daily time frame. I don't want this video to get too lengthy because there's still a strategy I'm going to show you at the end of this video. I'm sorry, my internet connection is kind of poor today. I'm actually at my grandma's for the weekend. I came to see her, so I guess the environment is what's causing this poor internet connection. Considering the fact that we are bearish on the higher time frame, all we need to be looking for are what? Bearish opportunities, at least for now, on the what? Lower time frames. Now we have a first touch of this trend line, we have a second touch, and what did price do after coming back for the third touch? Price of course rejected the third touch, and price has been falling after hitting the trend line. So selling here right now would be a bad risk to reward ratio if you ask me. All right, so I would like for price to do a break below this trend line, or let me say this counter trend line, and give us something like a retest of, all right. Remember, if you look left here, there's a mini support around this level, so it will be a bonus if price breaks below this trend line and below this support, then give us some kind of a retest to do what? Ride this market all the way to the downside. In fact, if you look at this third touch here, I can spot something here. If we go to the lower time frame, I can spot a double top there. All right, and no wonder price fell tremendously, because a double top in a bearish trend is an added confirmation to do what? To sell. Now I had a double top and price has been collapsing, so my bias remains, I would like to see price break below here and push all the way to the downside. So GBPUSD, I'm bearish. So the NZDUSD has broken below a major monthly trend line, and after breaking, we've gone back to retest. That's why you see price created this week. I'm going to go to the lower time frame so that you see clearly. Now, after breaking here, the next level of structure I'm looking at is this place. Why am I looking at this zone? Is because price bounced off this level significantly before. All right, so that's why I'm going to use that level as my next target level. All right, now let's go to the daily. Let's keep weekly time frame. Let's go to daily. Folks like short videos, all right? That is why I don't want to go into too much details, all right? So bear with me, guys. Now this is that trend line from the monthly time frame, and what can you spot here on the daily time frame? Which means last Friday closed with a bearish engulfing candlestick that shows selling pressure. However, on the 4-hour time frame, we are trading in something I can call a channel. All right, the price has bounced off the third touch of the trend line, and the initial target is here. So but I won't be surprised, because this is my original bias. After price comes here, I would still like to see price do a break below this zone, give us some kind of a retest, and keep pushing lower. All right, but for now I want to see what price does around this level. All right, so for NZDUSD at the moment, I remain bearish. AUDUSD, last week I called AUDUSD short. All right, I called about 200 and was it 250 pips? You can go back to the video. The video was published on Sunday of last week. That's last week's Sunday. So if you go to our last week's video, price was here, which is above this particular trend support. Price was above it last week when I said price was going to come into this zone, and now as you can see, we've broken below it and price is almost at that zone. So if you are yet to watch the video just to confirm what we are saying, in case you want to, you can visit our video from last week. All right, so you see this analysis there. So Friday closed with a serious selling pressure, which is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern on a daily time frame. Now I'm expecting price to come here. What price we do here, I don't know, but I like to see price come into this zone. Then I want to see what price has in mind to do next, but I won't be surprised if price breaks below the zone. But let's see how it goes. Right, on the Euro USD, just like what I said last week, we are trading in a dangerous area right now. If you look left, you can see price has reacted to this zone before, and if I push further left, you can obviously see that price reacted here before, also reacted here, then we had a rejection here also, and there was something like a break and retest here, though it's not too obvious, but remember this is the monthly time frame. This is a break and this is a retest. All right, now we are back to that zone, so I'm expecting reactions around here, but if we should break below, then we'll expect a pullback before selling. But right now on the monthly time frame, we are trading in a danger zone. All right, let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, it's obvious that we are in a downtrend, right? Well, it's obvious we are creating lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, right? Now we created a lower low here and price kept falling ever since. Now on Friday we closed with some bearish momentum. Let's have a closer view by switching to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we had a bearish engulfing candle here, so I'll be expecting, for now I'm expecting price to do come into this zone here. All right, for next week I'll be expecting price to come into this zone here before probably we might start seeing signs of reversal from here. For now I can't see. Let's get to that zone, then let's see what price intends to do after. All right, in the Telegram channel, price was around here when I predicted that price was going to come into this level, right? And we are almost at that point now. And since the JPY measures the strength or weakness of the Japanese yen, let's check out USD JPY. Remember, the JPY index, the Japanese yen index, has been super bearish, so it's only normal for any pair that is paired with the JPY to be stronger than the JPY, since the JPY is super weak at the moment. Now, but for USD JPY, we are trading in no man's land, so I'll be dropping updates in the Telegram channel if I see any potential trade setup. And also the Euro JPY looks similar to that. We are approaching a major level. However, on the Euro JPY, I'm seeing something interesting. Considering the weakness of the JPY index, I'll be expecting Euro to come into this zone before anything happens. All right, why am I selecting that zone? It's simple. Look left. Why am I selecting this zone as our overall target on the Euro JPY? It's simple. Look left. We came into that zone before, and also we had a kind of a touch here. And if I go further left, you can see another one here. All right, how many? 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm expecting price to come back to that level. We even have up to 4. If I move it, extend it further left. All right, price bounced off this zone before. Price has also bounced off this zone before. Price has also bounced off this zone before. It has also bounced off here. So that is why I'm expecting price to also still come back to that level. As a matter of fact, we are still creating higher highs and higher lows, as you can see. High, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low, coming into this level of structure. Guys, trading is easy. If I tell you, if I'm telling you trading is easy, just believe it. All right, you can see how easy it is to just plot market structure. Right now, that is why I know that price is going to come into this level, because we came into this level, tested this broken level, right, and we bounced off. So I'm expecting a new higher high to be created here, and if we create a new higher high here, then this should be the new higher high, right? Easy. This video is getting too lengthy, so I'm just going to stop here. Any further updates will be dropped in form of a trade idea in the Telegram channel. So if you are new to this YouTube channel, you might want to join the Telegram channel so that you won't be left out. Now we've talked about our possible trades for next week. Now that we've talked about trading opportunities for next week, am I going to go and hit all targets for next week? Probably not. All right, yeah, I do that from time to time, but sometimes I also lose trades. Okay, I'm not going to come here and sugarcoat that I win 90% of my trade. That's a lie. That's a lie. And trust me, no retail trader does. Show me one retail trader that has shown you proof that trades with you day in, day out. Guys, I trade with you in the Telegram channel day in, day out. There's no day I don't send out chart analysis and I take those trades, except maybe when there's no good move in the market. Of course, there are times you need to take a break, okay, chill out and let the market do its thing. All right, but in most cases I trade with you, so you can't compare me with someone that comes to trade with you just once in a month, maybe drops 2 videos in a month and tell you that he's banging trades 90% of the time. Guys, that's a lie. Don't believe that. Losing few trades doesn't make you a bad trader. We all lose trade from time to time. The only thing good traders do differently is execute their edge every single time in the market. Now, the strategy I was going to talk to you about, let's check it out. I risk 1%. I risk 1%. I risk 1% for a what? 1.5 reward. I'm not advising newbies to do this, all right? Because if you are chasing a 1.5 reward to risk ratio, that is 1.5 to 1 reward to risk ratio, guys, because you don't know how to trade, you have more losing trades and few winning trades, all right? And if your target is 1.5 reward for a 1% risk, guys, it's going to be detrimental for your account. So this is actually for those struggling traders. Yeah, they get their shit, they know what they are doing, but there are little struggles here and there. So this idea is for you. I'm not saying you should go ahead and apply it. Of course, I would advise you to apply it, but I'm not saying you should take my word for it, okay? But just check out this calculation with me. Let's say over the course of 100 trades, I have a 60% win rate, right? Remember, 40 of those out of the 100 are losses, because 60% win rate, 40 will be losses. So minus what? 40. So which means I'm up 50% after 100 trades. Now 50%, let's say I risk 3% per trade times 3, because that's what I do. I actually risk 3% per trade, but I won't advise newbies to go and risk 3% per trade. All right, you need to risk lesser, like 0.5 or at most 1% per trade. But for me, I risk 3% per trade, and with a 1.5 reward ratio. Right now, at the end of 100 trade, I am up by 150%. And remember, I trade significant amount of money. I trade for prop firms, all right? This particular account is a 100k account, all right? Now check this out. With a 100k account, which means if I place only 100 trades in a whole year, which means I'll be up at the end of the year by $150,000. So you see how easy this is going to make your trade look and all of that. So I understand that, okay, you might be saying, oh, I've traded a $100 account, I trade a $200 account. That's why the essence of our channel is to do encourage you, teach you the skill, give you the right knowledge, and guide you into purchasing a prop firm account. All right, so let's say, okay, I do half of that trade. Let's say, okay, I didn't get 100 trade in a whole year, which is impossible, guys. So let's say in a whole year you place only 50% with a 100k prop firm account. Divide that 150, that's if I trade that way, divide that 150 by 2, I'll still be up 75k, which is a lot. You've already seen the way I trade, so you know 1.5 reward to risk ratio is a piece of cake for me, right? So why not just catch my 1.5 and go and rest? Or when price moves into my 1.5 region, I drag my stop loss to that level, lock in that profit, and allow the rest ride. So even if I come back and get stopped out at 1.5% of that trade, I am comfortable, because that was the overall target. That was my initial target. And of course, if I get way more, it's more than enough bonus for me. All right, so don't let me bore you with too much talk. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. So go and succeed for the week, and I wish you all a blue peaceful week. Bye.